Broadcasting from around the stars, this is Fatherhood News Update. Good evening, our top stories tonight. The outbreak reaches the Fatherhood. The fall of the Family of Ashandras. Our Fatherhood pathfinders compromised. And all the latest action from the PvP Cup. This news just in: the Fatherhood space has suffered an unprecedented cyber attack a few cycles ago that has corrupted the influence state of several star systems. The attack has been linked to a few fleet carriers that were released in haste without the proper regression testing that allowed a number of unsecure ports open on the main data link firewall. A group known only as Teleport Venom Friend have claimed responsibility for this attack. This has led to a murder and harassment protocol to be issued to all sleeper agents of the Fatherhood to attack Fatherhood ships in the following star systems: LHS-28, LHS-197, Heijangai, Kier, Gertrude, Helen, Pelaga, and LTT-14879. To reduce the influence change and bring the system under control because of this hack, all Fatherhood commanders are ordered from Central Command to treat these systems under lockdown, and a special task force has been sent to these systems to interdict and attack, or even destroy any ships belonging to the Fatherhood. Passenger missions are to be failed to ensure no mass exodus from the system occurs, and regulation of black market goods has been removed in starports owned by the Fatherhood. A brief statement from Central Command to the Fatherhood News stated that it is with a heavy heart that we issue this order, but in these extraordinary times we must take extraordinary actions. Our top story tonight: a few weeks back we reported on the outbreak that was suffered by Mentor Silver Bridge Industries and Fortuna Life Company. Today the Fatherhood have become the latest victims of this wave of infection. Central Command, however, have not delayed and have swiftly suspended all combat mission on LHS 1750A, and the mission boards are now showing supply missions and medical data transfer missions as a way to help combat this outbreak. We connected with the Fatherhood Chief Medical Officer and questioned her on how this outbreak started and what should citizens of the Fatherhood do in this trying time. Good afternoon, Commander Blue Moon. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
You're welcome, Jim. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Commander, please tell us, have you identified how this outbreak started? There are several reports that are providing conflicting information.
Yes, Jim. The misinformation is compounding the issue and is hindering the efforts of our medical teams in their fight against this outbreak. First, let me say we have had scientists across the Federation, Empire and the Alliance working tirelessly to find the source, and we can reveal today that this was a bioterrorist act, and this virus was released when the new bio-waste PIPE system was sabotaged with targoid corrosive material that was smuggled into a number of space stations and planetary outposts in the Fatherhood space.
Commander, do you know what space stations and outposts are impacted?
We have a number of surveys currently underway to test for this material, but this is not an easy task, and we have already lost 2 teams that were working on identifying the sabotage. There are millions of lines that need to be inspected.
Have you been able to identify which faction is responsible for this attack?
We will not reveal this information at this time. Central Command will issue a war order when the time is right. Our efforts are focused on finding a solution and securing our infrastructure. As you saw this cycle, we suffered an infrastructure failing in the bio-waste lines in the Careneri star system that led to the evacuation of 10,000 Fatherhood citizens, and with the illegal civil unrest led by the Careneri Gold crew. These events makes it hard to secure the safety of our citizens.
And while we have you on the line, can you comment on the close ties your daughter has with the family of Ashandras? Will she travel to Ashandra to help in the investigation?
Look, I came on here to discuss this outbreak that's leaving some of our neediest citizens homeless and dying. I will not give any credibility to this sensationalist journalism.
Commander, your daughter is accused of drug smuggling and potentially the death of a number of young commanders on her party ship. If she was not a diplomat's daughter, she would be in jail. Are you saying that she will not cooperate to help the authorities and clear her name?
There is nothing to cooperate with, Jim. She has not done anything wrong. Thank you for your time today. That will be all.
Thank you, Commander. In related news, the family of Ashandras are one of the most powerful families in the star system. Their power and influence over the years has grown to such a level that they were given a seat at the ruling council of the Ashandras. The family have always controlled the political will of the star system, with many elections swayed by who they would support. However, a fatherhood investigation today can reveal that the family is not as wholesome as we may have once thought. Our reporter Sarai Kellam brings us this report from the Ashandra star system.
Unity, love, and equality for all. Those are the values of the family of Ashandras. They have been the moral compass of the Ashandras system, maintaining the auditing standards and regulations that govern Alpa's refinery, Bolga Vision, and the installation of Desagu's laboratory, and the jewel of their compliance system, the Tanna Penal Colony. However, following a black box retrieval mission in the Kia star system, incriminating evidence showed that the Kia gang has been smuggling the party drug Pink Void into the Ashandras system. This drug, when taken in low gravity, increases the sensation of low G, but has been linked to a number of fatal accidents on party ships, where the artificial gravity was switched off to heighten the sensation. This led to an undercover investigation by TF-13, a raid on the storage bay of the fleet carrier that is registered to the family of Ashandra by local security forces found over 10,000 units of the drug. Other ships that were docked on this fleet carrier were also searched, and during the search, a ship owned by Commander Ravenflow, the daughter of Commander Blue Moon, the chief medical officer of the Fatherhood, was seized by the local security forces. However, due to Commander Ravenflow's diplomatic status, she was able to leave the system of Ashandra and is now on Commander Hub in LP 417-213. The local security forces of Ashandra have asked for Commander Ravenflow to return to Ashandra to help with their investigation, but she has refused so far. Evidence gathered in the search have also linked the Kia gang and the family of Ashandras to this drug ring. This has caused the Kia gang faction to abandon their base of operation in Kia B5A and Kia C4. Local security forces have issued a number of planetary search missions to try and find the leaders of the Kia gang to bring them to justice. This incident has rocked the family of Ashandra's faction influence in the star system, with their influence crashing to 1.2%. An official bust state has been issued by the family. This has destabilized the star system, with many calling the family a drug cartel that has been hiding behind the veil of purity and compliance. Sarai Kellam, for the Fatherhood News.
Thank you, Sarai, and stay safe in the black. Now, the settlement of Cooke Depot in the Calaga system this week suffered a heist of its data source, as you can see from these dramatic footage obtained by the recovered black boxes and the security cameras of the depot. A number of Sidewinders and Vipers attacked the local security ships of the settlement, while the robbers penetrated the facility using their Scarab. The Scarab squad sustained a number of losses to the skimmers and Goliaths that protect the base. However, the data was stolen and a lone Scarab escaped. Several of the members of the crew were detained, and after interrogation by the Fatherhood Intelligence Branch TF-13, the Fatherhood have issued the following statement.
On June 5, the settlement of Cooke Depot in Colaga was attacked by the Carineri Gold crew. Several strategic expansion plans were stolen that have compromised the identity of our pathfinders. Today we are issuing a bounty of 1 million credits for the capture of this stolen data. A leader of the Carineri Gold crew, our pathfinders have all been recalled, and facial reconstruction surgery is underway to protect their identity. The Fatherhood will continue to hunt every last member of the Carineri Gold crew. Missions can be found on Elian Terminal. We call on all commanders to combat this vile theft.
In retaliation to this order, the star system of Carineri is facing a wave of civil unrest led by the Carineri Gold crew. This anarchy faction has long been a vocal voice against the Fatherhood, and have now issued several combat missions against the Fatherhood, as a way to demonstrate against the perceived occupation and the manhunt order that was issued by the Fatherhood for their leader Leonard Offma, who is wanted in relation to the data heist on the planetary settlement of Cooke Depot. This action has reduced the number of humanitarian trade missions that are the lifeline for the Carineri Gold crew followers, and many have defected to Carineri Universal Services faction in refuge. This has seen this faction's influence in the system jump from 15.5% to 27%. A spokesman for Commanders Without Borders has said they are monitoring the situation and hope this civil unrest will come to an end soon. We cross now to Joanna Osler for the latest from the Fatherhood PvP Cup. Joanna, the action has already started, I see.
Yes, Jim, and what a week it's been. Let's look at the groups. Welcome, Commanders, this is the Nebula. The Fatherhood PvP Cup kicked off earlier this week with several commanders taking to the stars. Here are the current group's standings. In Group 1, the first 3 points went to Commander Benini as he took an early lead after his match against Fenzinator. In Group 2, Toxopholite Jones and Slade Jameson both have one win, but when they met each other, a full contact, hull-smashing match ensued that ended spectacularly in both commanders exploding in one final crash that ended their match in a tie. Group 3 saw Icon come out on top in his match against 3let, taking a vital 3 points. And finally, Group 4 is currently dominated by the Federal gunship that is flown by Commander Jack Harper with 3 wins under his belt against Huckleberry 69, Sloth Peralta, and Commander Bootstrapper. The question is, can Commander Spidey 002 cause an upset for this potential clean sweep? Tune in next week as we will bring you all the latest news from the Fatherhood PvP Cup. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Joanna. I can't wait for the next update. My money is on Jack Harper, but Talon 180 has still not entered the fight. That is all from me and the team here at the Fatherhood News Team. Remember, don't dream of the stars, fly amongst them. Stay safe, commanders, and good night.